Jeff and I have been, we were Arkansas State presidents. I was president of auxiliary in Arkansas, and he was president of the association in Arkansas for years. So I follow Jeff all the time, and it's like super terrible because he always has this great speech, and then I'm like, hey, so it's a little, it's just a little, it's challenging. It's really challenging.
It's a great judge like that.
Yeah, well, okay. So I want to thank y'all. I've been to Kansas, a few years now. I've been invited to several of the state conferences to speak, and then also the legislative workshop. And your hospitality has been fantastic. And just not to really repeat anything that Jeff said, but you have some fantastic leadership here. Some people that have that passion. Troy and Max and everyone have been fantastic, James. But I want to ask y'all a question, and this is something that came up this weekend, and I'm probably going to step on some toes. But I need a little participation. Who here is married? Raise your hand. Wow. Okay. So my question is when something happens in your life, you see an accident or a situation changes at work, or you have something happen at work or in wherever, who is the first person you call to tell? Tell me. Come on, participate. Your spouse, right? Your wife. And you get on that phone, or you go at home and you're like, you can't believe this is what happened at work, right? Why aren't you telling that story about the auxiliary? Right now there are 7 ladies in that room, and there are probably 3 times as many people that just raised their hand. If you have put your time and you find value this weekend to put your time here, not cutting the grass at home, not that you would cut the grass because it's raining and cats and dogs out right now, but not cutting the grass, not spending time with the kids, not at soccer games or anything else, which are super important. But you have dedicated your time this weekend. Where is your spouse in that auxiliary meeting? Because you find value, you think this is important. You should be telling the story to your spouse about how it's important to meet those legislative efforts, and that you need her or him beside you, standing side by side, being that airman needs this. It's a completely different take, and it's heard differently. And I am going to tell that auxiliary that they need to find that passion as well. But I need you to find the value within your auxiliary. You need to be telling your auxiliary, this is what I need you to do. You need to be taking them to these legislative conferences. That way it opens their eyes. It shows them, wow, this is a big deal. Jeff in Arkansas took me, 5 years, it's been, no, maybe not 5 years ago. Anyway, it took me to my first legislative conference in DC. Complete eye-opener. And I was like, this is what the auxiliary needs to be doing. And it lit a fire. And it lit a fire because not only did he challenged the auxiliary to be better, to find a new voice and to find passion. And it lit a fire, and we are growing. It's a new membership, but it also grew the association. So you've got wives that are like, I want to be a part of this. And so they want to be part of the auxiliary, but that also promotes the guardsmen to be a part of the association. And it just grows that way. It kind of is attacked from a different front. Because lots of times you find wives that are dragging their men, or pretty much that's how that works, and saying, you're going to be a part of this because I want to be a part of that. So, I could speak on that, and Jeff covered a lot of things that were going on legislatively. Brian just went over to the auxiliary and told them and gave the current events kind of talk or whatever, what's going on. I expect when I'm here next year to see each one of your spouses in the auxiliary meeting. And I'm going to probably come in here and ask, and I'm going to have you raise your hand again, and then I'm going to go through like the list of all their names over there, and then we'll be like, please stand up, So that's all I have, and thank you so much for your hospitality this week, and it's been fantastic.
They're not.